Welcome to the dissertation module. I'm Scott Turner and I'm the module leader for this particular module. During this module we're going to do a mixture of things, including working with data, thinking about research methods, thinking about how we can do a dissertation, how we can actually come out with something that's a master's level dissertation. The dissertation module really has two parts. The first is a research methods part, looking at how do you do research, what it means to do master's level research, to produce a proposal at the end of that, but also to understand the working relationship between you and your supervisor, and to pick up some tools along the way that will help, I hope, during your dissertation. So usually this module is taken as the last part of the course. Not always, but usually. What we try to do with this is really to pull together elements of the course. So whichever pathway you're on, whether it's the computing only or the software engineering or internet and security, what we're trying to do is pull together what you're doing on those and building elements from those modules that you've done previously into the dissertation and produce something that's new. Now, what new means will vary from project to project, but there has to be an element of newness, originality, novelty within it. So what can you do on your dissertation? Well, actually it's quite wide. There's got to be a sense of novelty to this, but after that, it's quite broad what we can do. So to give some ideas, we've had people who've tried applying new technology to an area it hasn't been tried before, evaluated, draw some conclusions from that, say whether it's a good idea, and so on. We've had people who've taken a company as a case study, produced something that could be used with that company, but underlying that is a more general system that could be applied elsewhere. So it isn't enough to produce a product for a company or for a particular person. It has to be more wider, more generic. We've had people who've tried something quite new. We'll see an example of that in a minute or two. We've had people coming up with new tools for analysing web data. So it's actually quite wide. So here's an example of some work from one of our students. What he did was he created a system that you could upload video, embed timing information within it, and then that timing information would link to events. So the video runs, you start it up on your mobile phone or on the computer, but mobile phone is used to control what actually happens, and things would pop up on your phone based on what's happening in the video. So let's say in this case a video ran, you get to a point and maybe a questionnaire appears, or activity occurs. It could stop the video and you'd have time to do the activity. So it was thinking about applications of that was where he went a bit further. Many of the projects have actually been around about security, vulnerability checking, adding an element of security inside applications, and that being quite a central part of some of the work. So it's actually quite wide, the kind of projects you could do. My advice is enjoy the module, but also choose a project that you will enjoy doing.